Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this video is going to be a little bit different than the video I originally had planned to upload. This is going to serve as kind of an update video and a PSA or tips type video or just inspiration. And you'll find out why soon. So this is obviously my home theater. It's a pretty large space. It's longer than it is wider, which is what you want for a home theater. And it's great. And aside from the short ceilings at 7 foot 7 inches, it's pretty awesome. And in the 15 or so years that I've been into home theater and audio and had any type of an audio setup, this is definitely the biggest and best sounding room I've had for my setup as it's expanded and upgraded. But because this is not my forever home, there's a lot that I would want to do for my dream home theater that I can't currently do right now. We rent this very, very large duplex, and everything that I do, I have to undo when we move out in, within the next 3 years or so. So I would have, normally painted the ceiling black or done like a star ceiling or something, but that's a lot of work for a theater that I'm only going to be in for, another 2 or 3 years max. And it's just a lot of work. So, the only thing I've done really is painting, and that's easy to unpaint or paint back to the normal color, but black is kind of hard to, to get it white again, essentially. So that's why I haven't painted the ceiling. But it still is a great theater, and I love it. And even just painting the walls, this shade of gray helped a lot. My cat's in the background making a bunch of random noises. So anyways, what am I doing with my theater? What is this? Well, if you guys remember from past videos, there was some very ugly PVC pipes going from here to there and then down that way. And that's how I was running the wires to connect my Dolby Atmos speakers. That looked really, really bad, really tacky. So I decided to make something that would look a lot better and kind of blend in a little bit more and was much more closer to the ceiling, that kind of hugged it more. So even though this still is not like 100% what I would want, I would obviously want in-wall wiring. I can't do that here. Don't want to spend all that time doing that just to undo it. So this is a temporary and extremely cheap thing that I built in my shop to hide the wires. Now there's another one. It's a 4-foot section, just like that one, that goes right there that I have to install. But it's just made out of, this one's made out of plywood, basically, 1/2-inch plywood. And the depth on it is, I think, 2 inches, giving me about 1 inch of space in there, and then 2.5 inches of space, I think, across, which is more than enough for 4 wires, a power cord, and an HDMI cable. So the next one I made for the 2 that have to run down this way. Okay, my cat was being psycho. So anyways, the 2 that I made to run down this way are slightly shorter in overall width, but more than enough room to fit 2 12-gauge speaker wires to connect these front 2 Dolby Atmos speakers. And they're painted white, obviously, so they blend in much more than the PVC pipe that I had hanging down like 3 or 4 inches. And I'll paint the brackets white so it's even more hidden. But once it's done, it'll look a lot better than the very ugly hanging PVC pipe that I had running in an L shape. So that's what I'm doing here. Originally, what I had planned to upload today was a part 1 of a multiple part series of videos that's going to go over room acoustics, sound diffusion panels and absorption panels, room modes, and then measuring my speakers, because ever since I upgraded to 7 KEF THX in-wall speakers, which 3 of them are behind the acoustically transparent DIY screen, and then the other 2, or 4 should I say, 2 are in these acoustic panels. So there's one right there, and then one right there, and they're built into the acoustic panel with this fabric that covers it, which is acoustically transparent, and it's dead center. So that's 7 speakers. I have not done a proper measurement of these speakers. The last time I did REW measurements was with my floor standing and bookshelf KEF speakers. So these are all in walls, so I need to do another set of measurements to see how it is performing in the room, and then do some EQ. So that's going to end up being probably around anywhere from, say, 5 to 8 part video, each about 10 to 15 minutes long. I don't want to make a 30-minute or hour long video, so I want to try to keep them short and simple and kind of spread them out. But the theater is a mess at the moment. I'm trying to get it more organized and making it look as absolutely clean and nice as it can be, given the space I'm in currently. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, and if you like home theater and audio content, please consider hitting the subscribe button. It would help me out a lot. And please hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when those next series of videos come out. And as far as future plans beyond what I've already talked about, kind of more of the aesthetics I'm working on right now. I'm going to be working on a lighting system that's going to run down this wall and one down this wall, and they'll have some like can lights in them to shine down and give a very specific, like, tight, small, circular light pattern. So it'll make it look more like a theater, and just kind of add to the overall aesthetic. I'm also working on playing with some ideas and designs of some light fixtures that run up and down and kind of shine the light that way and are dimmable. But again, just more of the aesthetics to make it look more like a theater in terms of lighting. And I'm also working on a lit up home theater sign, so I'm trying to come up with the size and scale of it and make that as well. So a lot of stuff coming for the aesthetics and the look of the theater. So I'll make a update video once I have those made. So this video is a little bit rambly and all over the place, I know, but basically just don't get discouraged if you don't have a dedicated home theater room, or even one that's this large, or a house where you can do whatever you want and design it to be exactly what you want. You just gotta make do with what you have. And there's a lot of DIY hacks and things that you can do or make if you're, a DIY type of person, or if you're pretty handy, or if you know someone who can do this type of stuff and build and make things custom. Reach out to them and see if they can, make something for you, or if you can borrow their tools. But there's always something that can be done to make the best of whatever situation you're currently in. So I'm making this theater work, and I'm making it look and function better, and I'm going to make it sound as good as it possibly can. And then hopefully within 3 years, my wife and I will move into a new house, and I'll have a room this size, but hopefully with larger ceiling and no air return soffit, to where I can design it from the bare wall or studs up, and do in-wall wiring and lighting and everything like that. Work with someone who's even more knowledgeable about room acoustics and really get the theater of my dreams, and that's what I'm working towards. So as I said before, as soon as I get all this cleaned up and reconnected, I will be remeasuring my room and talking about room modes and diffusion and sound absorption. And then once that's all done, we will be talking about REW and measuring all my speakers again, and then going over that information and EQing using the Odyssey app. So that'll be a multiple video part series, so be looking out for that. And please hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when that video drops. Until next time, happy listening and cheers.